What's up, guys? Let's get my stream set up. Hope everybody's having a good day. I am actually not going to be answering questions on Quora. I'm going to be answering questions on Reddit. It's another good source. All right. Let me get this. I'm such a noob. All right, boys and girls, what's going on here? Here's a stream, and I will be talking about pretty much e-commerce related, selling on Amazon related, business related, online business, whatever questions people have on Reddit today. Instead of Quora, I'm jumping over on Reddit. Cool little platform, and it's a lot of good information on over there on Reddit. So if you guys have a chance, sign up for a Reddit account. Follow the subreddits like e-commerce, fulfilled by Amazon. What's the other good ones? Let me see which one I have. Entrepreneur, technology. I'm sure I can add some more here. I just started this account. So I'm answering a couple questions. Got a couple responses already, so that's always good and exciting. So let's get started with the stream here. And as usual, if you have any questions, comments, add it to the chat. Yeah, I'm still here. Just making sure things are properly set up. Live things are always cool, but you gotta make sure. Everything's good, right? All right, let's give Reddit a little refresher, see if there's any good questions coming up. And if you haven't seen my videos, I'm not going to go into the comments and read the comments. I'm just going to kind of answer it as I go. And hopefully you get some value on some of these things that I'm going to be answering real time. Nothing's going to be pre-scripted or anything like that. It's just straight up a live stream that I'm just going to answer to the best of my ability, from my experience, from all the types of online stuff that I have been privileged to experience firsthand, and of course, just being in this world, in this e-commerce world, that allows you to learn so much so quickly. And when it's your money and when it's your time and effort, you really have to kind of take that extra step or kick it up a notch, because it's really how hard do you work, or how much are you willing to sacrifice, and how much time are you willing to put into learning new things, talking to experts, signing up for courses, talking to just people in general about what you're going to be trying to build here. So for me, I've built a couple e-commerce websites, and I'm still doing it. I'm still selling on Amazon. I'm still selling on eBay. Done Etsy before, Jet.com, Walmart.com. All these sales channels are pretty similar, and I definitely have experience in all of that, and I love it. I can't get enough of it. I'm selling new products, finding new products to sell daily, and we're getting into the Christmas season or the holiday season, which I'm very excited about, and being able to kind of tackle it firsthand. And this is going to be my third or fourth go around, no, third go around with the Christmas season. And each year it just gets more exciting, and I just love it. And I'm hopefully able to provide you guys some quality information on how to sell on Amazon, sell on your own store, sell on different kind of platforms and just e-commerce in general. Because that word e-commerce is a very broad term because there's so much into it. There's a website building, there's digital marketing, there's all sorts of different rules and regulations you follow. There's all sorts of tips and tricks that you can have to get a leg up on your competitors, and it's so big that it's okay to have good competition. You just got to do things better than the other person, which is the beauty of marketing business in general. Just there's no yes or no answers. It's keep trying harder, keep grinding, and if you really have the passion and you have the love of doing this, I truly believe you will succeed, just like I have on a lot of these e-commerce stores that I've been doing. So, kind of wanted to just add on that. As every video that you see, I'm just trying to get better, and trying to hopefully bring you value. And that's the number one thing is bringing you value and something that hopefully will help out your store or help out um, your business. Something. All right, here we go. All right, how are companies like Google allowed to purchase domains and then resell them at? Am I missing something? What's wrong with that? It's just like buying real estate on a street. It's like buying a house. And I probably should turn my notifications off here. Sorry, guys. You gotta can't miss those steps, right? You gotta check mark those. But let's go back to the question at hand. Here's how company like that. It's just like buying real estate. It's just buying like a house on a street. It's kind of like that's a good domain. It's just a transaction, and these are like properties online. So I don't know what if you're missing it. That's it's called business, I guess. So if you have a good domain, if you want to sell it, go sell it. If you find a domain that you think is gonna be it, buy it, and hopefully somebody else would want it, or hopefully you utilize it to your own benefit and start a website. Oh, sorry. Yeah, ungate. Do I need to ungate myself to sell a supplement? Yes, you definitely do. Each seller account needs to ungate or unlock certain categories or certain, yeah, just certain categories within Amazon. And supplement is one that you need to ungate, and it's a pretty strenuous process. But if you have a good product, if you have a good supplement, and if you have all the paperwork in line, unlocking it doesn't take much other than just time, and just got to follow their process. You know what? This is something that I don't really know quite yet, and it's the tariffs and this trade war that we're having with China. I don't know how much it affects me. It hasn't really affected me right now, so hopefully it doesn't affect me in the near future, but we'll see. I mean, all these are going to affect anything in the world. Day by day, you're going to see things popping up that will affect your business or affect the margins and affect a lot of these things that is part of running a business. So you always got to keep an eye on it, and usually most of these things aren't really crazy. Um, Important to an online business, in my opinion, but we'll see. Sorry, I just came back from a run, so I am quite thirsty. How will marketing change in the next 10 years? Ooh, that's a big question. I think marketing will go towards the obvious AI, the obvious voice searches, your Alexa, your Siris, and oh, I just triggered my Alexa. It's okay. Um, all these different types of voice activated searches and voice activated purchase ability. Um, Anything that needs to be purchased or anything that has a potential of helping you make a purchase will definitely be the marketing channels that will be coming in. AI, like I mentioned already, even buying it from your car, from your kitchen, from your refrigerator. You're already seen that. All these buttons like that Amazon has. I don't remember what it's called, but it's those one-touch buttons that will refill um, your laundry detergent or soap or toiletry or whatever. Marketing from that perspective is I think the channels will kind of be tweaked a little bit. There's just going to be more available channels out there. Social media isn't going to be that big, I don't believe, in 10 years. Everything always changes, always comes in waves. But having to answer how will marketing change in the next 10 years, it's just going to be more channels or different channels that you just got to adapt to. And at the end of the day, I think marketing is still convincing somebody to buy your product or service, and that part of it doesn't really change. The only part that's really going to be changing is the funnel and how it's going to operate and how it's going to be shortened, or how people are going to manipulate the funnel and be able to reach the audience, the right audience, at the right time with the right devices. So looking for a partner who knows credit card processing. I went through credit card processing with my first startup. Pretty much know every stinking thing with it. So if you have any credit card processing questions, you come to me. I'll like answer it to the best of my ability, but I have very good knowledge in it. And also Reddit's a good way to kind of get some up to date stuff on people that got in trouble for some stuff. I just read earlier today on Reddit. Not sure if I can find it or if I can pull it up, but those those little two pack icons on Amazon. Let me show. Oops. Those little two pack icons that you see on Amazon listings. Oh boy, let me see if I can find one real time for you. He or she got slapped with a trademark. Basically telling them to take down the icon or don't use the icon for for his listing or for his image. And of course, when I search right now, I can't find any. I'm gonna go to there you go. I know what iPhone cases. Oh, they always have that. Those two. I don't know, iPhone screen. Excuse me. Protectors. There you go. Where are those icons at? Come on, I know like these two packs that have the Amazon logo on it with a little smiley face. Not that one. That one's okay. Ooh, so Amazon is really doing a big crackdown on it. Uh, I know you guys have seen that before. And of course, when I started looking for it, it is not on here because they've done a good job cracking down on it. Two pack Amazon logo. The one I was talking about is these things. These. So if you're thinking about adding this to your product listing or your Amazon listing because you have a 2 pack, 3 pack, or 4 pack, don't. They will crack you down and they will give you a letter, a nasty letter telling you to pull that down. Um, so, simple question or simple answer or simple advice is don't add that. Adjust my camera here. Let me go to specific. Camera's still off a little bit, or whatever. What difficulties you find in finding suppliers for your business? There's a lot of difficulties. The number one thing is finding. I mean, finding the supplier isn't hard. Just finding the right, the best quality ones. And there's a little kind of tip is tip and trick tips and tactic or tricks that I had or that I've experienced with or that I have a better understanding is if you're doing international sourcing or if you're trying to find international suppliers, every region has their own specialty. So a region might be really good with producing items that have steel in it, and there's areas that there's good plastic, like things that are made out of plastic from that area, is actually very good and very sturdy, and it's not very cheaply made. Sounds weird, but I've had this experience firsthand. There's areas that are very good with electronics. They have all the good people that are doing the electronical stuff. There's areas that have good. Let me find a good example. There's areas that are have yeah, I mean, I guess those are kind of the the good examples I already used, but aluminum somewhere there's places that are better than that. Oil, essential oils. There's countries that are good with essential oils, so that is something that we experienced with, and we had a terrible time finding the right supplier for essential oils, and you got to be able to locate the area, locate the area that are kind of the experts in that field or have the right resources around them to have it. Because if you search online and you got essential oil, there's gonna be tons of people that would be like, "Oh yeah, we sell essential oils. That's fine. No, we're good. I mean, we have that and we supply that." But some of these chemicals, people that are mixing these chemicals, they don't have the best chemical to mix together to have that good oil. So that is something that is a difficulty that you might be running into when you're trying to find suppliers. Not only are you going to have difficulty finding a supplier, you got to be able to find a supplier that you can trust and that have good quality products. So following those steps is kind of the difficulty in itself. But I truly believe if you are looking for suppliers, and I don't know if this is a good comparison, but comparing it to like finding a job, right? It's there's plenty of jobs out there, and like I said, I don't know if this is a truly a good example, but if you really try hard enough, if you do the things right, if you do your research, if you go and just give that effort that is needed, you will be able to find these suppliers. And the difficulty isn't doesn't lie from finding the supplier. The difficulty is finding the product quality and making sure that you trust these guys because they're kind of running your business at the very beginning because they're supplying, or even long term they might be running your business because they're the ones supplying it. You're just pretty much doing the marketing and doing the other operational part of it. They're supplying the main bulk of what the customer is looking for. So uh, that is something that I had very extensive experience on, and that's pretty much what my main role and responsibility was finding these suppliers, getting the products, testing it out, making sure these are quality, making sure it's packaged right, making sure that all these communication, all these different types of touch points with the product or with these suppliers are done right, and it doesn't really come better than firsthand experience, making the mistakes, accidentally telling them that you're the owner, and now your negotiating power is a little bit off. So small little things like that. And in another video, I'll kind of touch base on that one. But there's very very specific tactics that you should be using when you're talking to the suppliers and finding And after you find them, which, like I said, is probably not the most difficult one, it takes a lot of effort and time, but once you find them, it is, I believe, when the hard part really comes into play, and you have to do things right, or else it's going to be a struggle. Growing your business, even just trying to scale your business, isn't even an option before you have to grow it, before you scale it, type deal. So, um, excuse me. What should you build an app for your e-commerce website? It depends on what you're selling, I guess. I mean, I can't really answer that one. I'll skip it. Do you run heat maps on your website? Yes or no? Yes, 100% yes. Um, I hope I didn't click into it. 100% yes. You run heat maps on your website. If you aren't, you're making a huge mistake. Go to hotjar.com, sign up for a free account, hire somebody to implement it if you don't know how to implement any coding like that. Message me if you need to implement a heat map and you don't know how to implement it. I'll do it for free, and it is an essential part of understanding the user interaction on your website, which turns out which comes around to having better SEO and having a better split testing, and being able to better run a marketing campaign, and it all leads from the user experience on the website. If you don't know what they're clicking on, if you don't know how they're buying your product, all that data, all that valuable data that you have is gone, and you can't ever go back and grab it again. You can't just go back and ask a customer, hey, which word did you click on, and how did you navigate through the website to get to that purchase. That is only able to be really observed by heat maps, and I highly, highly recommend it. And like I said, if you don't know how to do it, message me. I'll do it for free for you, and you'll definitely be happy you did. So, best email marketing platform for a small e-commerce store, MailChimp. Just use MailChimp. It integrates with pretty much all the e-commerce platforms, or all the platforms in general, and it just continues to innovate. So you want to be with the email platform that continues to innovate. MailChimp is it. MailChimp is that platform. Use it. Use it to its ability. It's free to a certain tier, and email marketing is still alive and going, and it will help you generate some revenue that is very cheap, in my mind, cheap to non-existent. And I always say this to any of my clients or anybody that I'm helping or coaching, that email marketing doesn't necessarily get you sales immediately or get you that big bang that you're looking for. It Some of these email campaigns that you're running is just to remind that the customer that you're still around, that you're still here, that you're still relevant, that you're still running your business. And in turn, they might see your post on Facebook or see an ad that is following them around, and all of a sudden now they're interested in, hey, they're still around. I bought them and had a good experience. Let's go back and revisit them. So small little things like that will help out the big picture, but email marketing is a good way to kind of just remind them that you're still around, remind them that, hey, maybe you can use a coupon code, or remind them that, hey, see what's new, what's new with my store, what's the new product, or what's the new service I'm providing. So um, what is your experiences with exit intent pop-ups? My experiences, I mean, I've done this pretty much since the first e-commerce website that I built. Exit pop-ups back when I first started in 2009 with e-commerce, it wasn't very it wasn't really um, on a lot of websites. So when we tested it, it was actually worked really well. And it was beautiful. You get a lot of conversion on the exit pop. You just throw them a quick 10% coupon code and bam, they're on it. But once you start getting going, once everybody caught up in 2012 or in 2013, everybody's using the exit pop up. Now it's overwhelming these customers that are shopping on every website and they get an exit pop up. Now you got to be more strategic on what pages you want to put the exit pop up or what offer that you're going to be offering these people. The more custom it is, the better the exit pop up is going to be. So if you're selling a um a barbecue, a grill, right? If you're selling a grill and I guess I don't know what the really good example is. It's basically just as long as it's custom to it. I truly believe that here's a good example. If you're buying a red glove and the user exits, it might just be the wrong color. So if you just tell them, hey, were you looking for a different color? Here's a couple different here's a couple different options for you: blue, black, green. Are you interested in any of these? So that's kind of the exit pop-up intent that I feel like everybody should be using now, just because it's more customized and it's kind of like an upsell now instead of a exit pop-up. You want to not necessarily upsell them, but you just want to sell them something. And we don't know why they're leaving the page. It might just be because they didn't see the color and they're just surfing on their phone and they just don't have time to really look around the store. Maybe a quick reminder saying, "Oh, did you want this in black or did you want this in blue?" Something that triggers their curiosity and or even educating them a little bit on, "Hey, there is a different color um, that we offer for that." So that would be the experience that I have with Exit Pop Up. At the very beginning, it was awesome. You can throw pretty much any, just a simple coupon code on there, and it was good to go. And but it slowly transitioned into something that every marketer tells their clients to say, "Yeah, put Exit Pop Up, just throw that," and all of a sudden, it's flooded with it. Consumers don't like it because they see it everywhere, and now you just gotta adapt. Add it to a couple certain pages, and don't overwhelm them with pop-ups because that's kind of been the thing that consumers just glaze over and just close it without even seeing what the option is. So you want to kind of stay away from having it on every page. Have it on a couple pages and cycle them around and have a plan and have a schedule on when you want to change things up. Best way to do that is definitely have a schedule and just change it around. It shouldn't be too big of a hassle. It's just part of running an e-commerce store. All right, guys, give me a sec. I'm gonna go grab some water here. What are the biggest pain points when running an e-commerce store? For my experience, my biggest pain point was inventory issues. And the only reason with that is I don't get to control it as much as I want to. Unless you're the manufacturer or you're manufacturing your own product, you can't really control the inventory level. And this is where I've run into a couple times is when something just blows up or something sells or where a top Amazon product for that week or the top 10 product in kitchen and running out of inventory and scrambling and trying to go to the supplier and say, okay, I need more. How much time do I need, or what's the lead time? Because you should already have a good understanding of the lead time, but what's the lead time when it's an emergency, right? I need these in. I need 1,000 of this product in Amazon, and Amazon needs to take a couple days to check it in anyway. So, excuse me, the biggest pain point or one of the bigger pain points is that inventory management, and Amazon does a good job of letting you know, like, hey, you might run out in 20 days, uh, based on historical information, but that's like if you have a consistent volume that you're selling, but you can't control these spikes that you're coming in. I mean, some person might share it on Facebook and say, "Oh, I love this product, go buy it," and all of a sudden you're selling 50 to 100 a day. You have 1,000 in stock, and it's gonna run out in 10 days. And it's hard to get a supplier to get you 1,000 more within 10 days and get it checked in with Amazon within 10 days. So, uh, stuff like that is kind of the biggest pain point. Of course, marketing, you want to do marketing, making sure the marketing cost doesn't really go up, but that's kind of our expertise over here is we're able to do marketing right. And that's kind of a natural thing for us because we get to control the marketing, right? If the cost of a bid on a keyword is too high, we just lower it in and take the hit on not having that much traffic on there. Or if we're running low on inventory, we kind of tone down the marketing until we get it restocked and turn it back on. That's kind of where we can control that pain point, which a lot of people have. Uh, another pain point, I guess, running an e-commerce. So if you're in an e-commerce business, you're probably selling on Amazon. 99% of the people sell on Amazon. If you're running an e-commerce business, I don't understand if you're not selling on Amazon, but following Amazon's rules and having people hijack your damn listing is so annoying. Um, Something that you just got to go through it once and hopefully not more than once and kind of learn and prevent yourself from getting hijacked. Pain points like that is you're kind of you're out of control again, right? You're just in the hands of Amazon telling you these are the rules. I can kind of change the rules whenever I feel like. Um, and next day your listing might be pulled just because you accidentally did something wrong. Um, those things don't happen when you have control, and that's why I really always recommend, hey, if you're selling on Amazon, that's cool. If your volume, if you're 80% of your sales are coming from Amazon, and 20% should be coming from your website. Like there's some other channel that you can't put all your eggs in the Amazon bucket because once they change a rule, your listing gets hijacked. You want to have a good backup, and a great backup is something that you can control and not get hijacked. Is kind of your own website. You just basically sell it right, do some good marketing on it, let some SEO, and let it organically pick up. Um, that is always something that you have to have. There's no way you cannot convince me not to have your own website and do it right. A lot of people just have a website, just have it up. It's not. We're past that stage. We're past that stage already. You cannot just rely on Amazon. You got to have your own website. You got to be able to sell on your own website, or else you're gonna be biting your nails every day, hoping something doesn't happen to your Amazon listing. And as long as you kind of minimize that risk by having your own website and getting the right people to run it, getting the right marketers, talking to the right people, that is where all the money is going to be made. And I truly believe that is where you're going to have the highest profit margin is on your website. But with that being said, you got to have the right marketers. You got to have the right strategy, marketing strategy. You got to have the operations locked down. And I'm just talking to people that are passionate about e-commerce and want to make e-commerce their kind of their career. If you want to do it part time, if you want to sell a few products on Amazon and just kind of make 1,000 to 2,000 a month, that's perfectly fine. You can do that, and you can just sell on Amazon. But I'm really talking to the people that are serious about e-commerce and they want to do this. you got to have your own website. You got to do it right. You got to have it laid out right. You got to throw the heat map on there. You got to have a good layout. You got to have a good user experience, and all the different things that comes to running a website might scare you, but it is essential to any business. Does drop shipping still work? Heck yeah, it still works. Everybody, a lot of people are doing it. Our strategy is kind of involved, revolved around a little bit of drop shipping. So you better be doing some sort of drop shipping, in my opinion, to really survive and keep up with everybody right now. What is the best way to go around hiring people for marketing? The beauty of our generation or this generation of stores or employees is there is a lot of freelancers out there and they're relatively cheap. With that, there's risk of hiring the right people and the qualified people. And with that, to hire a qualified person is you probably should have a little bit of knowledge behind what you're hiring. Do some research, talk to an expert, bring the expert into the interview, and making sure that you ask the right questions to these freelancers. But the best way to hiring people for marketing is go on Upwork, go on Fiverr, go on these channels that have these freelancers that are pretty much gonna have the skill set that you're looking for. If you're looking for a very specific skill set, like run Google Shopping ads, and that's all you want them to do, there's gonna be thousands of people that are willing to do that at a very reasonable amount that have the same skill set, as long as you ask the right questions and you really truly let them know what they're going to be doing. That's the state of the employment or the work environment that I feel like is headed, is where it's headed. So freelancing is the way to do it. I do it for clients. I hire people and I hire a bunch of freelancers that I trust to run my operation, to run my marketing, and to run my customer service and all the different things that I feel like um, I don't really have time to do or it's not my specialty. Uh, Stuff like that is definitely hireable. And like I said, Upwork is great. Fiverr is great. Um, there's plenty out there for you to find. Oh, best way to do repeat custom orders on Shop. Best way to do repeat custom orders. I don't understand that question. What should be the title of my product? Yeah, that's depends on the product. Just be straightforward. I know a lot of people say, okay, just stuff some keywords in there, get a lot of these keywords in there, and making sure that you maximize the character count on it. And I just think that you just have the title of it, explain the benefit of it, and you should be good to go. I don't know what else you need to really overthink the title name of your product. Just name of the brand that you have, what it is, and why is it beneficial to you, or why should you buy the product. What would make you buy from my site? What would make you buy from the site? I think the UI is still very important to me. So making sure the website is laid out nicely. I know a lot of people buy from mobile directly, and you have a lot less real estate to work with, or a lot less real estate to create that great UI that you want, or user interaction that you want. It's still definitely possible. Just make sure that the header's not too crazy big. Um, the imagery is still phenomenal. Um, Title isn't overly stuffed with keywords. I already mentioned that right before the question before that. I think number one thing is good images. good layout, good images, being able to um, get to what I want within a couple clicks. I don't need to go to a collection into a collection into a collection. I just need to go to a collection and I can kind of lay out what I want. Um, Search is very important, of course, as always, and I believe still will be relevant. Um, yeah, those are just some of the simple things. And I know some of these things that I'm talking about aren't really groundbreaking or mind blowing, and I don't expect them to be. And if you're looking for something that is going to be mind blowing or anything like that, I'm not that person for you. I'm not the person that's going to share my super secretive marketing or product selection. I mean, I'm going to tell you, probably eventually tell you on some of these videos I'm going to be making, or if you talk to me one on one, I'm going to be straightforward with you. These aren't something that another person might already know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of person will know. My value is the experience that I've done firsthand with some of these tactics that people are using, and letting you know that hey, that is probably the best tactic. Um, and there's no yes or no answers here. It's just what's my experience and what do I really truly feel about some of these topics that I'm talking about. Yeah, making e-commerce from a physical store is something that we actually helped a client with, and it just start with the popular products and just start loading up the popular products. You already have UPCs, you already have imagery, you already have the main ingredients for an e-commerce store. Don't go too crazy. Don't say I want to upload every single SKU up to my e-commerce store. That's just going to take too long. We're actually doing this for currently doing it for um, floor, a flooring company right now. They're a physical store. They do really well, and they want to kind of sell some of their products online, or they eventually want to sell everything online. So we first started with the tiles and making sure that the customization on uploading a tile is so much different than a physical store. You want to be able to kind of um, start with the popular products, learn the process, learn how much time it takes, learn the customer service, learn the operational part of it, shipping, how you're going to ship it. All these start from very, very small steps, and it takes manpower, it takes time. And if your physical store is crazy busy, you don't want to take pull away from that experience for your customers and just say, okay, I want to be e-commerce because it's the next big thing. You want to allocate enough people, enough time, even your own time, to do it right, to hire the right people, to interview the right digital marketers, to interview the right web developers, and making sure that they're able to teach you the operational part of uploading something in the future, or changing an image, or changing a text, or writing a blog, and all the things that you have to do on e-commerce compared to a physical store. Takes time and people. Looking for a mentor? Okay, hit me up. User Redditor2, hit me up. I can mentor anybody. Eh, We're gonna keep in mind this is in the e-commerce subreddit, so I'm not just gonna mentor anybody just to mentor somebody. How do I pick a winning product? Ooh, takes a lot. How do I pick a winning product? Oh, I do actually have a spreadsheet that I use to kind of pick out the um, winning product or that we want to test out. We test out probably depending on the time of the month. We pick out 2 to 3 products that we want to list or we want to introduce into our collection. It might be a new drop. It might be a drop shipping product that we've seen a lot of success with. So we're going to turn it into our own product and sell them. Similar to what Amazon's doing right now with their Amazon Basic list. All right, let's change this up a little bit. Let's check out what's going on with TechCrunch. I like looking at news, especially technology. I'm not just e-commerce, all e-commerce. I love technology. I love software and woo, Slack. I use Slack daily. Love it. Love Slack. They're raising 400 plus million. Oh my goodness, that's 7 billion. All right. Good for them. Good for them. It's amazing. I usually just go to my Twitter and see all the different um, news feed that is coming up. Yeah, one of them are TechCrunch. And if you aren't following my Twitter, please follow my Twitter at TheRobertHugh. I am an Iowa State alumni, so I do follow a lot of things Iowa State. All right, this isn't very good. Let's go back to talking about some of these news that are going on in the technology world. I apologize if it's not the most exciting subject, but it's always nice to keep up with what's going on in the world. I was talking about kind of the new way to the marketing. Where is marketing going? Wearable tech might be the next area that you can market to people, and it'll show up on their screens like a digital billboard that you're walking by an area, and it'll pop up on your phone on any specials or coupons or shop at my store right now because you're nearby type thing. I can see a watch doing that. Man, Roku was innovator. Let's go entrepreneur. Ooh, Kickstarter. That's always something cool. I mean, Kickstarter is if you have a good product that you're developing or you invented, um, Kickstarter is phenomenal on that. Of course, go ahead and sell it on Etsy as well because it's something that hopefully that you're building out or you design or you're manufacturing locally or manufacturing yourself. Get on Etsy, get on Kickstarter. A lot of people with Kickstarter, you have to have good content. So you have to have good video, good description of your product, good deal for people to even enjoy or even have or even have that curiosity or the willingness to pay up front and not having it for a while because that's what Kickstarter is. You're helping them fund their project and you won't be getting it for a few months at least. How to get audience you want with this painful shit. Hey, that's what I need. I need a I need more followers on my YouTube channel. So if you could, YouTube channel. Where's my YouTube channel? I've turned this into a full blown. This is not a store. Oh, this is sorry about that. Size and style the moment you log in. Oh, that's over here. That gets more personal with every purchase. How do I stop this? Stop it. Make experience your business with Adobe Experience Cloud.
If you want to up your video game, then YouTube is obviously a good investment. I'm Scott.
Oh my gosh, I apologize for that. Alright, so I'm gonna have to save this video and watch it offline. I don't want you guys to be bored on it, but if you guys want to find any videos about May, I post a lot on, or I'm starting to post a lot on YouTube. So I talk about product gap. I answer more questions about selling on Amazon, what platform is best, all kinds of videos that hopefully you give it a watch here. Um, don't have a lot of subscribers, but you got to start somewhere. Some viewers on some of these things, and hopefully you can kind of help me out to get this going, so I can continue making videos on with my experience on my experience selling on Amazon. Check it out. Check it out. YouTube. You can just search YouTube Robert Hugh, I believe, and you'll find it. Oh, there it is. There's mine. Second link. Don't. I'm not a violinist. I am this person. Yeah. Did not know another Robert Hugh was a violinist. That's kind of cool. Sweet. Oh, whoa, I was on Entrepreneur. Yep, we're going to save that. Let's go back to entrepreneur.com. And I guess one of the main reasons why I am just surfing and answering questions, reading articles, is because I don't have that many users asking me any questions on it. But I hope to get there sometime. I just started this about a month ago, or less than a month ago. Started streaming and talking about marketing on Twitch. It's not where everybody goes immediately to learn about marketing or learn about selling on Amazon. So hopefully my channel or my Twitch stream will get some momentum, get people viewing, and not just watching video games, which I do too sometimes. But see, this is good. What this company has learned from making mandatory employees. Yeah, that's beautiful. So I just finished this book called Peak Performance, and I really highly recommend everybody to kind of listen to it. This book, yeah, this one. No, don't my location. So this is a wonderful book. I listened to it on Audible. There's an Audible version of it, so an audiobook version of this. And these guys are phenomenal. I mean, this guy was, I think, a top mile runner. He, I think, broke the mile marker when he was in high school or something like that, the 4 minute mile, or in college or something like that. And another one worked for at the White House at a very young age, one of the top advisors at the White House. So this book is phenomenal. I would, like I said, highly recommend reading this or listening to this on audiobook. It tells you, and the reason why I'm bringing up this book is because the company that made it mandatory for employees to take 4 weeks is kind of um, relevant to what the book recommends. So the book recommends that the book's tagline is growth plus stress plus rest equals growth. So let me repeat that. Stress plus rest equals growth. So, in order to really grow as an individual at different areas, your work, your personal, your just your next hobby or your next kind of thing you want to get into, that you want to get to a point that you're kind of getting stressed, or you're putting some stress on it, because if you're doing something that doesn't put any stress on you, it doesn't matter. There's no passion behind what you're going to be doing. So what you want to do is you want to stretch yourself into something, and you want to do it at a consistent basis, and being able to kind of push yourself to that stress level. But if you don't rest, and this kind of goes back to the company making you take mandatory, if you don't rest and if you keep pushing yourself, and I've been there firsthand, keep stressing yourself 7 days a week. You're trying to write a book, or you're trying to train for the next race, or the train for the next race. If you don't take any breaks, even a couple days a week, or even a couple days or once a week, and if you stress yourself to a point that you're gonna get hurt, and not just mentally, you're gonna get hurt physically if you're training for something that if you don't put any rest in it, you will not have any growth in what you are trying to accomplish. So let me repeat. Growth growth comes from stress and rest. So you stress yourself, you tackle the next project, you get it, you're working hard on it, a couple hours, a few hours a day on it, and being able to kind of have that stress or have that feeling of pushing yourself, but you got to take a sec, take those rest breaks. And if you read the book, he has crazy amounts of examples that proves that if you don't rest, even at the top of your game, if you're at the top athlete, if you don't put in the rest, or if you don't train yourself, or you don't put your mindset into the rest part of it, you will not grow, you will not perform at your best ability. And I know it's, to some it might sound weird, to some it might sound okay, but if you just keep in mind that stress plus rest equals growth, and if you're trying to grow your e-commerce store, you're trying to grow your Amazon, or you're trying to grow your web development thing, you got to push yourself a little bit, but you got to keep in mind you got to rest up a couple days, or even take a vacation in between it. Come back, refresh, push yourself a little bit, rest, then you will see the growth. It just doesn't happen if you just say, okay, I'm gonna do it overnight, and I'm gonna train. I'm gonna train as hard as I can. I'm gonna read all the books about web development, and 24 hours later, I should be able to really fully grasp it. It doesn't work that way. You put too much stress and not enough rest, you will not have growth. You're back to square one, and half the things you learn you won't even retain, just because you're not resting and you're not letting your brain subconsciously um, or you're not letting your brain not think about the thing and not overwork. Just like anything, like a car, you just can't push it to the limit. It's just read the book, listen to the book. It's phenomenal, and I highly recommend it. And the motto of the book is stress plus rest equals growth, and explains it perfectly. And it avoids a transmitting book that and how to sustain peak performance and avoid burnout. It's pretty much it. Just stress plus rest equals growth. That's it. All right. Sorry. That's kind of a side tangent. Oh, sweet. I got a message. Cool. roberthugh.com. Nice. So if you guys have any questions, I mean, I'm like, just email me. Email me, Robert at theroberthugh.com. And I'm willing to kind of listen to what's going on, and hopefully help you out um, regardless. So entrepreneur is awesome. I love it. And you're probably watching the video or probably watching the stream because you're an entrepreneur. So definitely follow this on Twitter. Come and read it periodically. You don't have to live by it. It's a great way to kind of stay relevant in the news and being able to do that. All right, let's check out another category. Oop, Amazon sellers. I wonder how many people are in this. 600. Hey, that ain't bad. All right, 638 subscribers. Whew. See, this is when it gets scary. Amazon suspension insurance. I remember when I was talking about not having control when you're selling on Amazon and definitely having a backup just in case. When you see people offering insurance about something, that is kind of not a red flag, but that is something that you want to not put all your eggs into that one basket. Because they can suspend your account at any moment. And it's not necessarily they're going to shut down your whole Amazon account, they're just going to suspend it, and that is a pain. And this is coming from first-hand experience on getting an Amazon account suspended, and I truly believe, and I still truly believe it's not my fault, but you live and you kind of um, move on. But it took us down for about a week or so, and we got it back up eventually. But that 1 week, you kind of, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. Man, these aren't really good questions here. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go back to Quora. These are when Quora.com. Actually, I need to wait. This is a new profile that I created, so I'm gonna log in. Not gonna show you my login information. Give me a sec here, guys. All right, here we go. Questions for me. Ooh. How hard is it to start making money with Fulfilled by Amazon? How hard is it to start making money with Fulfilled FBA? So basically FBA. How hard is it to start making money with FBA? It's hard. I won't lie. I'm not gonna tell you that hey, it's gonna be easy. It's not easy. It's a lot of research, a lot of data that you're trying to crunch to be able to show you what top products that you should be targeting or you should be even contacting suppliers about to sell on it. And FBA, Fulfilled by Amazon, is amazing. You don't have to touch the inventory. You can be sitting on the beach in wherever. You can be sitting on the beach in Hawaii and be able to just talk to your suppliers and tell them to ship to Amazon directly, and then and you'll be able to list the product on Amazon, and you don't even have to touch the product just because the beauty of FBA. To make money though, you got to have the right product. You got to be able to have the right margins. You got to have reliable suppliers that are going to package your product right, label your product right, and have a good product in general, right? So you got to trust your suppliers a lot more just because you're not really touching the product. And I don't really recommend not inspecting the product, especially if you're a new seller and if you're dealing with a new supplier. You probably want the test product to be shipped to your house or to your area that you're able to kind of inspect it, look at it, even test it out yourself. Ship, maybe even send it to a couple family or friends to tell them, hey, what's your honest feedback on this product? You're gonna have to eat the cost of the test product, but that's okay. That's part of the process. It's part about the making money is you got to do things that are going to be hard, and eating costs on some of these test products is going to be hard. But in order to succeed, you got to do all these steps, and you got to do them right. If you don't do them right, if you skip a couple of these steps, and you're taking the easy way out and just say, okay, I'm not even going to test it. Send it direct to Amazon. It's a crappy product. You're listing. You're a new seller on Amazon. You get 2 1 stars and 1 3 star, and now you're sitting at a 2.2 star average. Raises a red flag with Amazon. You're a new guy, and they're probably going to suspend your account or suspend that listing. And you're going to have to explain, oh, yeah, I didn't inspect it. Here's my manufacturer, blah, blah, blah. And now you're not making money. Now you're spending time that you should have done making sure the product is right and making sure the margins is right and making sure that the supplier is reliable. Now you made it even harder to start making money because you got to repeat the process, and you got to repeat the process by doing it right, um, with another product or even the same product. And by that time, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm going all over the place, but by that time you're kind of scrambling, and you never want to be on the defensive when you're trying to grow a business. You want to be on a offensive, and it's hard, but you got to have a process in place. You got to talk to the right people. You got to understand some of these processes that are in place that you have no control over. Um, but the main thing is you got to understand it. You got to do the work. You got to trust the data that's coming back when you're researching products, and you got to talk to experts. You really got to talk to them and understand them. Um, and I'm not just saying that just because I want you to email me and I want to talk to you and be your coach. You just talk to somebody that's done it before, and it will definitely um, be very, very, very beneficial. Oh, all right, what? What? Hold on. What subject am I talking about? FBA. Let's talk about FBA. How can I get Amazon reviews? There is a software that I recommend. It's not anything illegal. It's more just emailing your customers that have bought your product automatically and tell them to leave a review. Um, that is one way to do it. And Seller Labs, I guess. Labs. I've used these guys before. I think it's sellerlabs.com. Yep. They have this seller tool. Feedback Genius is what I use. And what I would recommend is cost some money, but I mean, it's it's worth it if you have at least 2 or 3 products. Honestly, if you have one, I don't really highly recommend doing this because you can probably do it yourself and just email them and tell them, hey, can you leave a review or be more personal with them. But this one automates a lot of your, hey, how do you like your product? If you love it, can you leave us a review? If you don't, let us know if what we can do to make it good. Another way is to have these inserts put into the product and have them leave a review or something, whatever the message you want to be on that insert. Say, oh, can you leave a review? Um, and there's another method, but you want to email me. It's nothing, like I said, I don't do anything illegal or anything black hat or anything like that. It's just there's another way that is kind of my kind of secret sauce or secret thing. And I'm not the only one that does it, so it's not like super secret, but it's a good way to interject into your customer service operational um, process that you have that can really help out with Amazon reviews. So email me, robert@therobertq.com, and I will kind of share that with you if you would like. Do I need a business plan to start an FBA? No, not necessarily. I mean, you just got to have a plan in general. you want to kind of phase it out. If you don't want to write a full blown business plan, it'd be nice if you have time to write a full blown business plan, go through all that steps. It's definitely not necessary. You just got to get phase one done, and phase two, and phase three. And I have kind of my business plan on phase one, two, and three. So I kind of use that as a business plan. But regardless, there's process in place, there's strategy in place, and there's a plan in place. So get it all written down. It doesn't need to be a formal business plan. Why should I start at Amazon FBA? It's easy. It makes the operational part of it so much easier. It's just that's why you should start using FBA. If you have a store, if you're starting up a new store, I would highly recommend using FBA just because you don't have to touch the inventory, and then you let Amazon take care of the fulfillment. They're really good at it, so why not have one of the best, or if not the best, fulfill your products? And they take full responsibility on all the products that they sell, or all they deliver. So if you get a bad review on, hey, my product never showed up, and or hey, my product box was damaged, it's not on you, it's on them, and they can get those um, reviews removed. So you keep maintaining your good um, rating on your Amazon account. All right, guys, I'm gonna find one more question to answer, and then I'm gonna eat some food. Is it very bad to run out of? And yeah, I answered this a little earlier on the stream, or actually talked about it. Is it very bad if I run out of and can't restock until? Yes, it is very bad, very bad. You never want to do this. You never want to be in that situation because your sales rank will go down. Your momentum that you have will just plummet down. And unfortunately, that's what Amazon is. There's the next person below you is going to skyrocket up and kind of maintain that until you do something better, or until you sell some. If you sell more of it, it's sending outside traffic. Now you got to have an outside traffic strategy to say, all right, Amazon already kind of lost faith in us because we ran out of inventory and it doesn't come in until a week later. It's ranked a little bit lower. How do I rank it up higher? Send some outside traffic in, get some sales. And one of the highest rated criteria on how you rank on Amazon is sell through rate, or how much are you selling, I guess is what it is, cuz every single time an item sells on Amazon, they get a cut on it. So why not sell the things that are popular, cuz they get a bigger cut, or they get more of the cut. They get a cut more often, I guess is what it is. So mm, it's a very bad. Yes, it is a very bad. So if you can avoid that at all costs. And this kind of is not necessarily the beauty of your own website, but you can have more control of your own website, and you can have them um, back ordered. You can't do a back order on Amazon FBA. If you have your own website, you can just say back order. We'll have it to you. You can still order it, type deal. So that's where we kind of well, that's where I kind of stress that you got to have your own website. It's okay. I mean, you're not going to reap the benefits immediately from your own website if you don't have good marketing skills, or if you don't have marketing skills. And you can hire somebody to kind of get it going, get that momentum going. Amazon gets that momentum going a lot quicker. Um, Regardless, have both Amazon, sell on multiple different sales channels, have your own website. All of this is going to be repeated throughout the time I'm streaming, probably till the day I retire and or get out of the e-commerce business. Um, is what I'm gonna preach. Doesn't matter. That's it. That's the bottom line. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll put this replay on YouTube, my YouTube channel. Remember, just YouTube, search Google YouTube, Robert Hugh. And I'm not the violinist. Remember, I'm Robert Hugh. This guy. The second link, I believe, in your search results too. Give it a subscribe, like it, please. and I'll keep uploading videos. I'll keep doing these streams, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some value out of anything I said here or any questions that I answered. If you have any questions, email me, Robert at theroberthugh.com. Follow me on Facebook. I'm facebook.com/ theroberthugh. I'm over here doing this, and then I have my Twitter is, of course, twitter.com, the Robert Hugh, and I'll post when I'm streaming. Oh, here's me streaming. Somebody liked it. Oh, thank you for liking it. Um, and yeah, give me a like, and then hopefully, like I said, I provided some sort of value on this. I love talking about e-commerce. Make sure you check out this book as well. And I will see you guys next time.